You're watching the SEC on ESPN. It is the earliest start for a home game in Kentucky program history. But let me tell you, they are wide awake. They are ready. Conference play is upon us here in the SEC. The catwalk is on Todd Austin and Lucas Santos, and we are underway. First possession of the game goes to the home side. And the matchup right out of the chute, Lamont Butler and Elijah Martin, they played against each other in the national semifinal 2 years ago. San Diego State the win over Florida Atlantic on the shot by Butler.
Florida is a much improved defensive team from last season. They protect the rim, do a good job of loading to the ball.
Andrew Carr got a pretty good look at it. It couldn't hit it, and it's tipped down to the Gators. These are two outstanding offensive teams. Clayton, Martin, Richard, between them are averaging almost 47 points per game. Walter Clayton Jr. with a great shot fake, can't hit it. But the offensive rebound and put like grateful or gratitude or some version of that word when talking about what it means to be in an environment like this, in a league like this, against a team like this. And Florida Lexington, a steal by Owe.
Chinyelu with another offensive rebound. Owe just took it away from him late.
Owe, the leading scorer, misses the runner, and the follow is going to go for Amari Williams to get Kentucky on the board.
So you can put some pressure on him.
As we mentioned, different ways he impacted winning for the Gators.
Well, especially with his physicality on the glass and defensively. Good rim protector.
Condon with a nice shot fake, gets inside and draws the foul.
And Condon is
not quite as tough in the non-conference.
That's probably true. Not as big of a spotlight to start the season as
Golden rotates through to make sure he's always got some muscle up front. Mark Pope.
Challenging shots, walling up, making you take tough twos. And that gives the guards the ability, because they can defend the rim, the guards on the perimeter can press up, and they get a lot of steals.
Elijah Martin, and a nice seal there by Chinyelu to open up that laneway for Martin.
He is a downhill driver and one tough player. These three guards can all score, and they do it differently.
They've all been around, and they've combined for over 4,400 points.
On the ball against Lamont Butler.
Carr up top, wide open. Tries another three, and this time he buries it.
You give Andrew Carr a little bit of time to get his feet set, and he's a very good three-point shooter. If you can hustle him up a little bit, he only shoots 30% from three, but he's a better shooter than that. And it's largely because he has time to get his feet set.
Mark Pope loves his leadership, loves his decision-making as well to travel. And now it's Condon and Carr. They'll be battling all day long as Condon misses this one. Yet another offensive rebound, though, and the putback for Chinyelu.
That's 3 offensive rebounds for Chinyelu. He has been dominant.
And again, second in Division I in offensive rebounding percentage. They get back 41% of their misses.
And it's not just the big guys, great pass.
And a great backdoor cut, and Denzel Aberdeen, the junior from Orlando, is on the board.
You think that Aberdeen's going to come off for a handoff, and instead cuts it short, goes backdoor, and just a beautiful delivery by Condon.
And what a start for the Gators, playing their style of basketball here in a hostile environment.
And so physical.
Kobe Brea, one of the nation's best three-point shooters, 49% from beyond the arc on the season.
I think he is the best shooter in the country. He can't take enough threes.
Richard to a cutting Thomas Houck, who will lay it in. And again, good ball movement by the Gatesford PA.
A multi-skilled big guy. Both Houck and Condon are multi-skilled. And Condon can grab a defensive rebound, bring the ball up himself.
Yeah, the bigs can handle, the guards can rebound. It's a very tight 8-man rotation for the most part here by Florida. But
Kentucky and handling some of the ball screen offense that Florida's thrown out there.
Houck has taken a number of steps forward this year from freshman to sophomore. Can't get a shot off over the length of Sam Alexis, who has checked in for Florida.
Boy, that was a really good job by Will Richard to chase him off the line and into the big guys in the paint, force a tough two.
Butler inside, and Williams to finish. This one should get up into the 80s, you would think.
Well, Will Richard has done a nice job. He's staying with Kobe Brea, not helping off and getting over screens.
Williams, nice look away, and the slam. Kentucky back within 5. It is bedlam here at Rupp Arena. Clayton Jr., the long three.
He is just a big-time player. Can hit dribble-up threes in transition. He can score off of screens.
Almanor tries to answer at the other end. And here comes Clayton, a couple of years at Iona, second year with Florida, second team All-SEC a year ago. There's Houck for 3, and the lead is into double digits now for the Gators.
Both Houck and Condon, as big guys, 6'9" and 6'11", shoot over 40% from 3.
Butler on the drive, runs into a wall, but wide open is Brea, and that is costly. That is not. No, going back to San Francisco, they saw it in the West Coast Conference from Gonzaga. He watched Mark Few's teams and admired how many big bodies he could rotate through. Brea, another rejection at the rim.
Just built a wall at the rim, but watch Chinyelu here. Takes it right out of the hands of Amari Williams as he goes in for that left-handed jam. That is a big-time block.
Clayton with a little floater around and out of the rebound down to Otega Oweh.
That is tough to guard, that little horn spade, because he can curl it or go off it.
Great crossover and finish by Oweh, and he is headed to the line.
Otega Oweh, that time driving left.
The transfer from Oklahoma go down, and back comes Kentucky.
For Kentucky, they've got to get all 5 guys to the defensive glass. The guards have to help the big guys here.
A wing 3, no, but a weak side follow for Oweh to make it a 3-point game. It is a scene here in Lexington. Brea ties it.
It's the last 4 or 5 possessions, and that's what it's going to take to beat this Florida team here at Rupp.
Butler swings it back out for Oweh. Still 12 on the shot clock. Oweh, what strength as he banks it home.
Ansley Almanor. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take body on body when every shot goes up.
Oweh again!
Tough time guarding that early on in the game.
Condon for 3, not there. Chinyelu, offensive rebound. Back up and in.
That's his 4th offensive rebound in this first half. He
down.
Yeah, Florida got lucky there. You cannot go under any action on Kobe Brea. You have to chase him over the top, make him get inside that line.
4 years at Dayton, 2-time A-10 6th man of the year, and now a huge force off the bench.
That gave them a ton of energy, even though his numbers haven't been great.
Hoping to get him back later in the season. So for a couple of games, they were without Kriisa and Butler, and Jackson Robinson had to slide over and play the point into the game, and you'll see him here and there as freshman Travis Perry. A huge score in Kentucky high school basketball, a lay-in for Garrison.
Chinyelu just got caught in the passing. Washington State, largely because he was playing behind Isaac Jones, who's in the NBA now.
100 points in his high school career. That is a Kentucky record. Brea can't get the shot off. Now Carr. 5 on the shot clock. Robinson. Brea. Count it! Rebound.
Brea could not block him out. Condon just went right over the top.
Condon to Clayton. Back to Condon, who will lay it in and one.
Boy, what a beautiful pass on that opening
a year ago. A guy who, before he fully committed to basketball, also played, gets it back, puts it up. And Condon the rebound as Robinson was flying in, trying to take it away from him. Crossover by Clayton, and he buries it to make it a 2-point game.
Just an effortless shooter from deep, and when he gets hot, he can really get on a roll.
Clayton averaging 17, now into double figures with 10. Brea on the drive this time. Left hand off the glass and good.
He's such an outstanding shooter. You have to press up on him. If he can get a few of those, that may loosen some things up a little bit.
Brea having himself a day. He's got 14. Martin fouled on the drive. Auburn 2, Alabama 5, Florida 6. Is going to be just like this.
Well, since conference expansion, Dan, there's not been a conference like this. I mean, 15 of the 16 teams are ranked in the top 60 of the net ratings that the NCAA uses to make decisions on the NCAA tournament. It's ridiculous, the strength of this league from top to bottom.
Great backdoor cut and the lay-in for Robinson. There are only 3 remaining undefeated teams. They're all in the SEC. You're looking at one of them in Florida. You'll see one of the other ones next in number 1 Tennessee when they host Arkansas, and then 6 o'clock Eastern on the SEC network tonight. The third, Oklahoma. They'll be into
the ball. So if you can get it to the second side, you got an opportunity.
Boy, Martin just took it away from Owe. Those are 2 strong guys, and then Martin gets fouled by Williams.
Well, Elijah Martin averages close to 2 steals a game. His steals come on the ball. Will Richard averages, but as a big guy, you got to be smart there.
I think that is beyond the scope of your powers, no offense. Martin.
What a steal.
Butler, outstanding on-ball defender, almost took it away from him. Richard flies in from the baseline and lays it in.
Boy, we are seeing some guys just balling out there.
Robinson answers with a 3 at the other end for Kentucky.
And he is only shooting 30% from 3 this year, but he's essentially a 40% career three-point shooter.
And Kentucky, as Robinson hits again, Kentucky is an impressive 7 of 16, 44% from 3. And now Butler takes it away from Clayton, lays it in and 1.
The body to get that foul on Condon, protected the ball, got it to go, but just beautiful defense with that right hand. Watch how he shields the ball off with the left hand and uses his body so Condon has to come over the top and foul him.
When Mark Pope took the
arrow, so unless there's a tie-up, they start the second half with the ball.
Butler from 18. It will go, and it's a 10-point lead. On the strength of a 10-0 run. They've had a 16-0 run and a 10-0 run already here in the game.
Chinyelu.
What a women's back. Chinyelu makes by 8, final minute of the first half. Top 10 matchup here at Rupp. Number 6 Florida, number 10 Kentucky. Owe left hand, followed by Card. He's going to the line.
Anytime Florida, it makes it really difficult to close off the offensive glass.
And that's one of the many fun things about both of these teams, really, is harness to both. Is in any given game, Jay, they both got 5, 6, 7 guys, any one of whom could step up and be the guy on that day.
Yeah, to have that kind of balance, and then you can go to the hot hand. It's a nice way to play.
Florida can run it right down here and try to cut into this deficit.
Box out's really important for Kentucky after the initial shot.
Clayton turned it over. Butler again. And what a way to end the half for the Wildcats. Lamont Butler just took over the game in the last. We are ready to go. The second half here of our Sonic Blockbuster. It's Florida with the first possession, facing a 10-point deficit. Again, the Gators, one of 3 remaining undefeated teams. They're all in the SEC. Tennessee, which will host Arkansas next on ESPN, and Oklahoma, which is at Alabama this evening on the.
When you drive it, that was an excellent shot fake by Walter Clayton Jr.
And now Martin down with the rebound for Florida. They're looking to push. Clayton pulls up for 3. And it will go, and 6 very quick points for Florida here to start the second half.
He is so good at dribbling into a shot in transition.
Amari Williams with the ball. Great feed to the cutting Butler, and another State, Florida State, and others, but they knew what a test they would get here at Lexington, and likewise the Cats knew what kind of a test they'd get from the undefeated Gators. Williams, the lefty, draws a foul.
Kinulu really getting up to try. And he is the best player I've ever seen.
One of Condon, the handoff to Martin. Clayton rises up, misses the three, but a foul is called on Lamont Butler, and it'll be 3 free throws for Walter Clayton Jr. Sending a 91%. See what I did there?
Yep.
I'm not engaged. My guy missed a free throw. 2 for 3 and a 5-point game.
You must.
Williams looking for Robinson, can't get it to him. Now Butler. Robinson got it. It's a 3.
He has been hot in this game. If you're not
in this game, Robinson is up to a dozen.
That three-point line is such a threat for Kentucky. You really have to fan out the three-point shooters, and that opens up drives and cuts to the basket.
Richard drives and lays it in. Boy, when Will Richard wants to get to the rim, good luck trying to keep him away from him.
And all created by a little up fake.
Carr spins.
What a pass.
Williams up and in with the left hand, and it is an 8-point game. Boy, for 3. And an offensive rebound by Richard. It's not just the bigs who can go get it for Florida. Richard for 3. And another offensive rebound. Martin will try again and knock it down.
Harrison wasn't a good one. He had to reach back for it. So probably rushed that a little bit, trying to get it into Carr in the high-low action.
Martin into the paint. And the whistle blows, and he will be at the free throw line. And whenever you and I talk to
team and go on a 3-game slide, and how do you keep your team confident?
Team's got stretches like that.
Exactly. One of the issues that Florida's got is so many of the top flight games they're playing are on the road.
Yeah. This is their only meeting with Kentucky as Perry knocks down a 3. As you can see, Mr. Basketball in the state of Kentucky, as we mentioned, over 5,000 points scored in his high school career.
And that's important for Kentucky. They've got to get a couple of the freshmen to step forward with Kerr Kriisa out.
In County, and again, 5,381 points. Up with that boot on, cheering on Perry after he knocked down that 3.
With 5,000.
Now, he can shoot it. Ansley Almanor hit 168 threes his last 2 years at Fairleigh Dickinson.
Boy, what a job by Butler to get over the top of that screen.
Nice shot there by Elijah Martin, and Florida's not going away. Number 11 in blue back into the game for the Gators. He is the 4th guard. He can spell any one of the other 3. He moves Clayton off the ball when Clayton's in there with him. Clayton's gone to the bench now. Another tough turnaround for Elijah Martin.
Boy, Elijah Martin just has a furrowed brow out there. And he's looking to take on this Wildcat team by himself.
Williams right into the chest of... It's Martin again. Good help by Williams. Martin for 3. Offensive rebound, Richard, and he lays it back in.
But Brea never...
For the Gators. And again, they are number 2 in the nation in offensive rebounding percentage.
And they've turned those offensive rebounds into points.
Yep.
And a couple of the stick-back buckets have been threes where they kick it out to an open 3-point shooter.
11 offensive rebounds, 22 second chance points as Carr is fouled. Number 2, North Dakota State. ESPN Plus in English and Spanish. The Bobcat. Martin with Carr on him. Another basket. What a second half for Elijah Martin, and he's now got 18 in the game.
And he's done it all with really tough twos. Excellent use of pivoting to create space.
12 of the 18, Jay, here in the second half, and it's a 1-point game. Williams. Up over Alexis and in. And what did Todd Golden do? He immediately brought Alexis to... Martin's been the man in the second half for the Gators. A three over Carr, and he's got 15 second half points.
Down to about 15 on the clock before they make their first pass.
Away defended by Martin. Gets a piece of the paint, got him in the air, and scores. Aberdeen is wide open, and a break for Kentucky.
Everybody went with the cutter, just a miscommunication.
Owe sees some space. Shinyulu another block and got him again, but now a foul.
Shinyulu has blocked. Lamar Jackson seems to be the clubhouse leader for NFL MVP, but
Williams keeps it. Now Owe. It'll go. Another bucket for Otega Owe. He's got 16. Martin a tough one. And Williams the rebound. Boy, and does it feel like Florida desperately needs a stop. They're not going to get it. Butler lays it in.
To discourage that pass.
Carr's got Clayton on him. And scores. It's a
good switch by Carr onto Richard.
Shinyulu one-on-one with Williams. Clayton had to force it, and he hit it with one on the shot clock.
He is just a big-time shooter. Maybe that gets him going a little bit for Florida because he needs to get going.
Remember, he had 23 here in a win for the Gators last year. He's got 20 today. And he's got it again. Driving this time, too strong off the glass, but the whistle blows. One of them at Florida Atlantic, one of them at Belmont. And now they're all playing.
They're recruited out of high school. They probably had loftier expectations. That's nothing against where they started.
He's defending Kobe Brea at the other end. Perry has returned for Kentucky. Hit a three earlier this half.
That was the same play they just ran that got him that three.
Brea gets free just for a moment, and that's enough. He is 5 for 6 from three-point range. And again, Florida on the glass, and again, a foul. Elijah Martin, a big reason why Florida is still hanging around. So they're both going to have a big say in what is going to be an unbelievable conference schedule for
the screener.
Garrison, no! And Condon did a good job waiting for that to come off the rim before he grabbed it. It is Florida ball down by 7. Tough one for Clayton. He can make tough ones. He's got 24.
Yeah, he lives off tough ones. Both he and Martin have been outstanding on the offensive end.
They've combined for 47 points. Perry in there to spell Butler again. Brea knocks down another one. Kobe Brea, 6 for 7 from 3.
He's ridiculous. The best shooter in the country.
And the opposing coach says it over and over again. Don't give him any space. Don't give him any space. But he finds it. Aberdeen into the paint. Look at the quickness on him.
And that's your fourth guard. He comes into the game and injects energy. He's probably their best on-ball defender.
6-point game. 6:15 to go.
So Kentucky getting really good movement.
Good help there by Hauck. Brea kicks it out. Garrison. Back to Brea. Trying to get the shot off. And he does!
He cannot shoot enough as far as I'm concerned.
Hauck. Condon the rebound. Hauck with a great cut, and he's going to the line.
How did he miss that one?
Here he goes. In and out. And Condon, defended by Brea, takes advantage of the size mismatch at the other end. Chinyelu, the offensive rebound. And then out of bounds, it is Florida ball.
For the offensive rebound.
He's got 8 rebounds today, 5 of them at the offensive end. Clayton got it, and it's a 4-point game. Jamartin with the rebound.
This feels like a big possession for Florida.
Boy, both teams have played so hard and so well in this one. And another foul. It's on Owe. And
that was a screen assist right there. You don't get the assist, but he should. 13 and 5 may win the whole thing.
Clayton has tied his season high. You know, Florida's only turned it over 9 times, but Jay, Kentucky has turned those turnovers into 20 points.
Yeah, they've been very efficient scoring off those turnovers.
Ramon Butler knocks down a corner 3. Kentucky 13 of 27, 48% from 3. Clayton leaves it short, and Butler's got it. Knocked out of bounds. Did they get a foul there? They did. Clayton called for a foul on that play.
So much going on in these out-of-bounds plays for Kentucky. A lot of different actions to guard.
6 championship team as a player and coach.
There is plenty of time for Florida. They've gotten some good action off that little fade up top.
2-man game. Martin and Hauk. And how about Hauk? Martin with a full head of steam. Condon, guarded by Garrison, lost it on the way up. A foul is called. Condon at the line for 2. A 11 of 16 for Kentucky. 1 of 2. Butler. Martin recovers. Now Carr. Up and in. Beautiful move in the paint by Andrew Carr.
Got such a great feel in the post to go off contact. He got all the way to the other side of the basket from the left block.
2 minutes in regulation. Condon fakes the 3 and draws another foul. Condon the make, now 3 of 7. Condon left it short, Brea's got it. So not only do they not get a point, also Todd Golden was going to get Chinyelu back into the game at the defensive end, but he can't make that change. Butler in control for the Cats, now Brea. Richard on him. Carr behind the back. Looking for help, hits Butler, 3 to shoot. Carr for 3, got it!
It'd be a lot easier if the players drank coffee. Most of them don't.
1:10 to go. Seconds are ticking away. Shot clock at 10. Clayton taking matters into his own hands, and he banks it home. He's got 31.
Boy, he's got everything in that bag.
Butler spins on Hauk. And will go to the line for 2.
Lamont Butler has been in total.
About this game is this is the only regular season meeting between these during the regular season, but who knows, maybe they'll see each other in Nashville in the SEC tournament or even beyond that, deep in the NCAA tournament. Clayton again. Another offensive rebound. Richard sticks it back in.
Where the offensive glass has really, he can take it right out of your hands.
Brea into Carr, back to Brea, ahead to Butler. They get it over. Well done by the Wildcats.
He's normally an 80% free throw shooter.
As he can to deal with this pressure he knows is coming.
Well, it's ball handling, but it's also to guard the three-point line.
7-point game, 30 seconds to go. Clayton. Foul by Carr.
Inbound the ball, going after a made free throw.
Missed them both.
The lowest free throw percentage, but he's a tough dude, and you don't see him missing in this situation.
And it will indeed be Butler going to the line. Teams Tennessee, which is underway against Arkansas and Oklahoma. Butler now with 19 and a career high 8 assists. Martin from the corner hits the three.
It wasn't like there wasn't pressure on him. Otega Oweh with the challenge.
13.6 to go, 6-point game. Into Robinson, and they'll foul him right away.
What has to feel best about in this game is how Kentucky, his team, is.
And the lead is 8. Clayton scoops it up and eventually in. 33 points. Now for Walter Clayton Jr.
Has been fantastic.
Yep. Kentucky at 58%, Florida at 55. Jump ball corralled by Carr, and that'll do it. What a way to get SEC play underway. What a scene here at Rupp Arena. The third win against a top 10 team for Kentucky, and a sign of things to